We're starting with team coverage of a decision Ohio parents, student athletes, and coaches have been anticipating. High school fall sports are a go. Sports anchor Dave Holmes is standing by with some reaction from the Ohio High School Athletic Association. First, though, we're going to check in with Stephanie Stanovich, who's going to tell us more about the governor's order. A lot of folks were listening, Stephanie.
Tracy, good evening. Yes, that is right. Governor Mike DeWine says the decision was heavily discussed with parents, school districts, and health experts. He says that safety is in mind, but sports are important. He says that sports provide structure and discipline and joy. And with that being said, Governor DeWine says that there will be guidelines and safety precautions in place. He didn't have many details on those guidelines today, but did say only family members and people who are, quote, very close to students athletes will be allowed to go watch the games. DeWine says that the order will be released online soon. During his announcement, he spoke with Dr. James Borchers from OSU Wexner Medical Center, who says parents should look out at the spread in their communities before deciding if their son or daughter should play this fall.
If the infectivity rate of this virus is extremely high and we don't have the ability to test, I'd have some real concerns about letting my son play a contact sport. That being said, if I lived in a community where the infectivity rate is well controlled, where it's low, where I felt like our community had embraced the guidelines to allow the athletes to compete in a healthy manner, then I would, feel better about letting my son go forward.
Last week, Columbus City Schools suspended all sports and extracurricular activities because health officials said the spread of the virus was too great in our area. Now, we reached out to them to see if their decision has changed, and we are waiting to hear back. Now, when it comes to the Ohio High School Athletic Association, they were also awaiting the governor's decision. And Dave Holmes has reaction from them on it. Dave?
Stephanie, the OHSAA could not be happier. They have been waiting, they have been planning, and now they will be playing. High school football will begin 10 days from tonight when the season opens on Friday, August 28th. The OHSAA will use a limited regular season schedule. The governor's office wanted high school football to wrap up earlier this season, so that's the compromise they came up with. Just 6 regular season games, but yes, those games will take place this fall. And if all goes well, a state champion will be crowned in the month of November.
Just so pleased that he is putting his faith in our schools and our coaches to inspire our student athletes to continue being safe. And he knows how important sports are, and we're just so happy that all of our sports can move forward now this fall.
Now, to be clear, each school still has the right to choose to play or not play, and right now there are about 40 schools in the state of Ohio that have suspended contact sports for the time being. But under these new guidelines, Tracy, schools could choose to skip the whole regular season and still make the high school football playoffs. They would play their first game in early October. So there's a lot of flexibility here to let the schools decide what they will or will not do.